Hello friends, this is Sanjay Verma, Group CEO of the Rajlakshmi Cotton Mills Private Limited. We are a manufacturer exporter of organic ready-made garments, sweaters, towel made-ups and so on and so forth. Today I will be discussing challenges due to this long lockdown that garment export sector is facing, which is totally dependent on overseas market. I'll try to be concise, focusing on main points which I have been uh, debating, discussing with various government authorities at high level. First of all, we are facing order cancellations, which has happened and more still is happening. We have already invested in raw materials. Now, how to deal with that? Secondly, previously shipped orders payment are not yet received, as buyers are asking for some flexible payment of their due amount. Point is that new developments and sampling, which was with us, has been impacted. So effectively, it means we won't get next season's order, which effectively means until this year end we will have no orders or very less orders. Government asking us to pay salary without work. That's another big challenge. This somehow can be handled for 1 month maximum, but I don't know really how. But paying staffs and managers who draw from salaries 25k and above, how to pay them? We paid them for March, but April salaries without single rupees output is a huge challenge. How we will pay? Whether factories allowed to lay off workers and employees and to what extent is also having no clarity from government. No single department is speaking in one language and most of them put the ball in other scope. You understand what I mean? I will give you an example which will explain my predicament, which must be faced by others too. I just experienced when I decided to, just relating a small stories to explain my point. When I decided to organize food for 500 people every day until lockdown near my new project in Greater Noida, I contacted DM office for approval to run the kitchen. They forwarded to city magistrate. City magistrate forwarded me to SDM Dadri. SDM Dadri advised me to meet Sadar Dadri. Sadar Dadri told me to ask DIC. And when we contacted DIC, they told me that DM has stopped the sanction of passes until 20th of April. So now you see this cycle. It's what it started at DM's doorstep, came back to the same office. But then, I kept pleading and pushing. I spoke to each of them on WhatsApp and on call. All wanted to help, no doubt, but their interpretation of government order was at variance. Finally, I managed to get all approval, thankfully, for sake of poor people. Now imagine here, I was trying to help poor and the government efforts. Still, I faced so much of hurdle. Now, when I have to open the factory, I am observing the same scenario on how to reopen the factory. Too much confusion and not clear who is the final authority or final window to trigger the opening of the industries. I'll not say that officers don't want to help. In fact, they have been very nice. But my personal view is that no one wants to err on the wrong side. So, too much of defensive and circumspect behavior is observed by me. What I mean to say, I understand no officer can go beyond government order or government policy or government briefs given to them. But tell me, within four walls of government order or policy, can't a bright officer, an intelligent officer, do much more than he thinks he can do? Right? Okay. Here are my suggestions. There should be a single window approval to reopen, issue passes in a designated office. Period. Right now, issue of pass is with SDM, reopening of approval is with DMDIC. So there is a sort of contradiction. Second, factory opening should be entrusted to specific departments who monitor, regulate them regularly, because they would be knowing the intricacies of that sector. Handing over, say for example, handloom to textile to some other department would not be very productive. For example, handloom and textiles, they know their in areas very well. Third is factories should be clearly communicated what they can do to minimize losses vis-a-vis managing and paying workers and employees. Right now, various industries association advising their members in a contradictory manner based on their own interpretation of laws, which may not be what government might be thinking. If a clear government guideline is not communicated, then a lot of industrial disputes will arise, which will not be in the best interest of anyone, including Indian economy as a whole. Above, I have enumerated a quick recap. A good news which I wanted to share with you, that if India starts May, June full-fledgedly, a lot of my customers who buy heavily from China have told me or given indication to me that in coming times when Western countries start opening up, their market starts opening up, then they will plan to shift their business to India, which is a very good sign. This psychology of all major brands who are hit by the Wuhan virus, we need to tap this anger and frustration with the active government support. They are livid that Chinese government had brought all nations to their knees. I am building up a lot of strategy to convert opportunity into business. This we can discuss at later length when time arise. We at Rajlakshmi are also perfectly poised to take up the extra business, as fortunately we were building 5x capacity once new project is ready. But if government help is not given to us in time, and help in time, that's a key point, keyword, we will be killed, literally killed, as liability is huge and losses are mounting every single day. Together we have to minimize industrial losses, bring economy back to rail once we get over the COVID, which is a bigger enemy in the interest of workers, industry and nation as a whole. Task is humongous, for sure. So is the will of government officials, people, to get going fast and furious. I would like to end here with a tinge of optimism that all is not so lost, but provided we take adequate step fast and as quickly as possible. That's it. Thank you so much for listening to my brief point of view, and see you again. Bye bye.